time for good growing now. If your family is heading to the slopes this winter, we have something that will help your kids land safely on the snow, hopefully not in the emergency room. It's always our goal. Dr. Tony Woodward heads the emergency department at Children's Hospital and Regional Medical Center, and he's here with his son, Will. Thanks for coming, Will, to show us how helmets should fit and to help prevent snow injuries. And welcome to both of you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I want to start with you, Doctor, because we talk about head injuries all the time, especially when it comes to kids. How common are head injuries? Kids fall all the time in the snow.
Unfortunately, they're fairly common. When you look at all skiing, not a lot of children will have head injuries, but when you look at the ones who do have head injuries, the results can be very serious.
And even more so for kids than adults. Kids have more head injuries than adults do.
Yeah, especially teenage boys. Once you get to be about 8 or 9 until you reach about 20 or 30, you're more likely to have a head injury because you're a little more reckless, you go a little faster, and your skills just aren't as good as they could be.
Kids also have this sort of invincible attitude. So they're more aggressive than us more mature folk.
Absolutely.
So is that the age group that we're most concerned about, around 8 up to early 20s?
I think those are the ones who are most at risk, but we're concerned about anyone who's out on skiing because sometimes just a little bit of a fall, a little bit of a side slip, and if you hit an immobile object and you hit the ground, you can end up with a serious injury.
And bike helmets are very much different than snow ski helmets.
Right.
What is the biggest difference in them?
There's a couple differences with bike helmets. First of all, they're very light. They're designed for a single impact, and they're designed for a low-speed impact. They also have a lot of ventilation, and when you think about what you want for a ski or a snowboard helmet, you want something that's solid, that covers more of your head, that can take multiple impacts, and it also protects you against the wind and the cold.
So don't use your bike helmet for snow skiing.
Absolutely not.
And Will's here to show us how they should be fitted properly. Thanks for being our model for the day, Will. How long have you been skiing, by the way? Forever? 8 years?
Since about age 1.
Have you always worn a helmet?
Yes.
Would you ever ski without one, ever?
Probably not.
Have you taken some pretty big falls where you were thinking, boy, I'm glad I had that helmet on?
Yep.
Do you remember your biggest wipeout ever?
I forget how little I was. I was in Austria, and I went off a jump and landed on my head.
And you landed on your head. And was it the helmet that saved his life?
Absolutely. He had a concussion when he was young from going over a big jump by mistake and landing on his head. And had he not had a helmet, I'm not sure he'd be the same as he is today.
Wow. So
it's made us true believers.
The helmet saved his life. Okay, tell us then how it should fit, because a lot of kids do wear the helmets, but they're all wobbling all over the place.
Right. It's really important. When you're fitting a helmet, the best thing to do is go to a ski shop and have a professional fitter help you do that. But in general, what you want is something where the pads come down over the side of your head and are snug against the side of your head, that there's room above your eyes and the helmet fits level, and that it doesn't come too far down the back of your neck. You should be able to tighten it so you have about a finger or two underneath the chin.
Okay.
And when you wobble it back and forth, it shouldn't go anywhere. When you move it up and back, the skin on your forehead should move. The helmet shouldn't move.
So it should be snug.
It should be
but
snug.
Comfortable.
And you also want to make sure you have enough room for a good pair of goggles, because if you can't see very well, you're not going to have a whole lot of fun skiing, and you're more likely to hit something. So room for a good pair of goggles and a nice snug fit makes them as safe as possible.
Now, something surprised me here. The helmet fits a little bit higher on his forehead than I thought it should. But that's important that it's not too far back on
the helmet. There's a lot of different styles of helmets, and some come down a little bit lower and some are up a little bit higher. In general, 2 or 3 finger breadths above the eyes is good. You just don't want it to be able to wiggle back and forth. So if this were too big, it fits right, but I'll make it so it's a little bit big. If it came back like this in a fall, then you're exposing the front of your head to an injury.
One thing I learned, too, with my little ones, because they started skiing when they were 3 and 4, they should try on the goggles with the helmet at the same time at the store, shouldn't they? So that you know that they both fit together correctly.
They should fit together. And another important thing is that the helmet straps go on the outside of the helmet, or the goggle strap, not underneath, because it won't fit right. And these are really well insulated, so you might ask, how do I put a hat on, or what do I do underneath? You really don't need it. They stay very warm just with the insulation within the helmet.
And also, the back of the helmet, a good ski helmet, has a strap where the goggle strap fits through.
It's really important. So if your goggles come off, that you won't lose them or they won't get caught in the ski lift.
Hey, Will, happy skiing this season. You got some snow to ski in this year. Thanks for modeling for us. And, Doctor, thank you.
Thank you. It's been a
pleasure. Certainly appreciate it. Can't tell kids and parents too much how important it is to wear a helmet out there. One that fits you properly. So if you want more information about how to fit your children properly with a ski helmet or a snowboard helmet, just go to our website. That is king5.com. Click on news links. And you might have noticed these cute little things that we have. We're giving away 5 of these really cool, really nice K2 helmets, each with a very cute helmet cover by crazeeHeads to make your child the talk of the slopes. How cute is that? I'm just going to change a few out. We have this one. Look at, we have this one. And I think, the cutest of all. Okay, can you see that face? How cute. Hello there. Anyway, we're giving away 5. You have to email us with the subject line, Protect My Child's Noggin. Send it to freebies@king5.com. Make sure to include your name, your address, your phone number. We'll announce the winners in just a couple of minutes. We're giving away 5 of these K2 helmets. So good luck. Really cool gift.